Did you know there's a remarkable woman in the Bible named Sarah? Sarah's story is one of faith, perseverance, and the unwavering power of hope. She holds a very special place in biblical history. Sarah is recognized as a matriarch, a mother of a nation, the Israelite people. Her journey speaks to the enduring covenant between God and humanity. Sarah's life was a tapestry of both immense joy and profound sorrow. Her story resonates throughout generations, offering lessons about trust, obedience, and remaining steadfast in the face of adversity. Sarah's story begins with a divine promise to her husband, Abraham, that he would become the father of a great nation. Sarah and Abraham faced a significant obstacle, Sarah's infertility. Years turned into decades, and Sarah remained childless. Despite the pain, Sarah's faith never wavered. She clung to the promise, trusting in God's plan even when it seemed impossible. Her story is a testament to the power of unwavering faith. It reminds us that even in the face of adversity, hope can bloom in the most unexpected places. Sarah's story invites us to reflect on our own lives and the promises we hold on to. Infertility was a heavy burden in ancient times, carrying significant social stigma. Sarah's struggle was not merely physical, it was a profound emotional and spiritual trial. The Bible offers glimpses into her silent suffering and the questions that must have lingered in her heart. Despite the pain, Sarah's story highlights the importance of honesty in our relationship with God. Sarah's infertility was not a punishment, but a crucible that refined her faith. The delayed fulfillment of the covenant tested her patience and resilience. The Bible depicts her wrestling with doubt and questioning God's plan. Yet her faith, though stretched, never truly breaks. Sarah's story reminds us that faith is not the absence of doubt, but the choice to trust in God, even when we don't fully understand His ways. In a desperate attempt to fulfill God's promise, Sarah convinced Abraham to have a child with her maidservant Hagar. Hagar gave birth to Ishmael, Abraham's firstborn son. The birth of Ishmael, though a testament to God's power, did not negate his promise to Sarah. The story of Hagar and Ishmael serves as a reminder that our attempts to expedite God's timing often lead to unintended complications. Years after the birth of Ishmael, God appeared to Abraham once more, reaffirming his promise that Sarah would bear a son. Upon hearing the news, Sarah laughed, a mix of astonishment and incredulity. The idea of conceiving a child at her age seemed preposterous. God gently rebuked her, reminding her that nothing is impossible for him. God's response underscores his patience and grace, meeting us where we are, even in our moments of doubt. True to his word, God fulfilled his promise, and Sarah gave birth to a son, Isaac. Sarah's laughter of disbelief transformed into laughter of joy. The birth of Isaac marked a significant turning point in Sarah's life. The name Isaac, meaning laughter, served as a constant reminder of God's faithfulness. Sarah's story teaches us that even in the twilight of our years, God is still capable of doing extraordinary things. The birth of Isaac represented the establishment of a covenant between God and Abraham's descendants. Isaac, as the child of promise, inherited this covenant. Sarah's role as the mother of Isaac positioned her as a matriarch in the lineage of faith. Her story continues to inspire and challenge believers, reminding us that with God all things are possible. Sarah was 90 years old when she gave birth to Isaac, a testament to God's ability to work beyond human limitations. Her story challenges our modern-day perceptions of age and motherhood. It reminds us that God's timing is not bound by societal norms. Sarah's legacy encourages us to embrace the fullness of life, trusting that God's grace is sufficient for every stage of our journey. While God directly revealed his promise to Abraham, Sarah's awareness came primarily through her husband. She was not present during the initial encounter but overheard the divine announcement. This detail offers a glimpse into their relationship and societal norms. Sarah was an active participant in their journey of faith, wrestling with her own doubts and fears. Her story reminds us that it's okay to wrestle with God and express our fears and uncertainties. Sarah's story cannot be told without speaking about Abraham, her husband, and the father of her child. Abraham is revered as the father of faith, chosen by God to be the father of a great nation. His journey was a test of his willingness to trust and obey God's leading. Abraham's unwavering faith in the face of uncertainty is what makes him a central figure in the Abrahamic religions. His faith was active and obedient, demonstrating the depth of his trust in God's goodness and provision. Sarah had a child with Abraham, her faithful husband. Their son, Isaac, was no ordinary child. He was the child of promise, the one through whom God's covenant with Abraham would be fulfilled. Isaac's birth was a miracle, a testament to God's faithfulness and his ability to do the impossible, especially when human hope seemed to have dwindled. The name Isaac means laughter in Hebrew. It's a reminder of Sarah's laughter when she first heard God's promise, a laughter born of disbelief and astonishment. But Isaac's birth turned that laughter into one of pure joy, a celebration of God's faithfulness and his perfect timing. Isaac's birth was a turning point in the narrative of God's covenant with Abraham. It marked the beginning of the fulfillment of God's promise to make Abraham the father of a great nation. Isaac was the heir to that promise, the one chosen to carry on the legacy of faith passed down from his parents. Isaac's life, though marked by challenges and trials of his own, was a testament to God's faithfulness to his promises. Through Isaac, the lineage of faith continued, paving the way for the birth of Jacob, later renamed Israel, and the formation of the 12 tribes of Israel. The significance of Sarah having a child with Abraham extends far beyond their immediate family. It's a pivotal event in the history of salvation, impacting both Judaism and Christianity. Through Isaac, their son, God's promise to bless all nations would ultimately be fulfilled. For Jews, Isaac's birth represents the establishment of the covenant between God and the Jewish people. This covenant, marked by the sign of circumcision, signifies a special relationship between God and his chosen people. It's a reminder of God's faithfulness to his promises and his enduring love for his people. For Christians, Isaac's story foreshadows the coming of Jesus Christ, who is also referred to as the son of Abraham in the New Testament. Just as Isaac was the child of promise, born through a miraculous intervention of God, Jesus too was born of a virgin, a testament to God's power to do the impossible. The story of Sarah and Abraham, their unwavering faith, and the miraculous birth of their son Isaac serve as a cornerstone of faith for millions around the world. Their lives remind us that God is faithful to his promises, even when they seem impossible, and that through faith, all things are possible. Beyond her role as a wife and mother, Sarah emerges from the biblical narrative as a woman of remarkable strength and influence. While the Bible often focuses on Abraham's actions and decisions, Sarah's voice is not silent. She expresses her opinions, advocates for herself, and makes choices that directly impact the course of events. One striking example of Sarah's strength is her interaction with Pharaoh when she and Abraham sought refuge in Egypt during a time of famine. Fearing for his own safety, Abraham instructed Sarah to tell Pharaoh she was his sister, not his wife, to prevent Pharaoh from killing him to take Sarah as his own. While Abraham's actions were driven by fear, Sarah's response to the situation demonstrated her courage and resourcefulness. Even in a foreign land, facing a powerful ruler, Sarah maintained her dignity and composure. The Bible tells us that God protected Sarah from Pharaoh, ultimately revealing the truth about their relationship and sparing Abraham's life. This episode highlights Sarah's resilience and her ability to navigate complex and often dangerous situations. She was not a passive bystander in her own life, or in the unfolding of God's plan. She was an active participant, a woman of strength and influence who left an indelible mark on the biblical narrative. Section 2. Sarah's final resting place, a testament to love. Sarah's life, though marked by both joy and sorrow, found a peaceful end in the land of Canaan. The Bible tells us that she died at the age of 127 in Hebron, a city located in what is now the West Bank. Abraham, heartbroken by the loss of his beloved wife, purchased a burial plot in the cave of Machpelah from the Hittites who inhabited the land. This cave, located in modern-day Hebron, became the final resting place for Sarah, Abraham, and several of their descendants, including Isaac, Rebekah, Jacob, and Leah. The purchase of the cave of Machpelah holds immense significance, marking the first time Abraham owned land in the Promised Land. The story of Sarah's burial reveals the depth of Abraham's love for his wife. He carefully chose a burial place for her, a place that would forever be associated with their family and their enduring legacy of faith. The cave of Machpelah became a sacred site, a place of pilgrimage for generations of Jews, Christians, and Muslims who venerate Abraham and his family. The fact that Abraham, a stranger in a foreign land, was willing to pay a hefty price for a burial plot demonstrates the importance he placed on honoring his wife's memory. It speaks volumes about their relationship, their shared journey of faith, and the enduring bond they shared. Section 3. Lessons from Sarah, enduring wisdom for today. Sarah's story, though ancient, continues to resonate with readers centuries later. Her life offers timeless lessons about faith, perseverance, and trusting in God's promises. Despite the cultural context, Sarah's experiences speak to the human condition. One profound lesson is the power of unwavering faith. Despite years of infertility and doubt, she trusted in God's promise. Faith is not the absence of doubt, but trusting God even when we don't understand. Sarah's life teaches patience and surrender. God's timing rarely aligns with ours, but waiting on His plan is wise. Her story shows that with God, all things are possible. Section 1. A legacy of faith. Sarah's story, a tapestry woven with threads of unwavering faith, persistent hope, and the quiet dignity of a woman who walked with God, continues to resonate through the ages. Her life, though rooted in a distant past, speaks to the very heart of the human experience. It reminds us that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable obstacles, faith has the power to move mountains. Sarah's legacy extends far beyond her biological role as the mother of a nation. She stands as a testament to the transformative power of trust in God's promises. Her journey, marked by laughter and tears, doubt and unwavering belief, speaks to the very essence of what it means to live a life of faith. Though she lived centuries ago, Sarah's story continues to inspire countless individuals around the world. Her unwavering faith in the face of adversity, her willingness to embrace God's plan even when it seemed impossible, and her enduring legacy as a woman who walked with God serve as a beacon of hope and encouragement for all who seek to deepen their own relationship with the divine. Her story, etched onto the pages of history, reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles, our doubts, or our longings. Like Sarah, we are invited to embrace the fullness of our own journeys, trusting that even in the midst of life's inevitable uncertainties, God remains faithful to His promises. Section 2. A timeless inspiration. Sarah's story is not confined to the pages of ancient scriptures. It is a living testament to the enduring power of faith. Her legacy continues to inspire countless individuals, reminding us that God is not limited by our human understanding of time or circumstance. Her life encourages us to embrace the fullness of our own journeys, trusting that God's plans, though often mysterious, are always for our good. Sarah's unwavering faith, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable obstacles, serves as a beacon of hope for all who struggle with doubt or despair. Her story reminds us that God is faithful to His promises, even when they seem impossible. She encourages us to hold fast to hope, to persevere in prayer, and to never lose sight of the God who is able to do immeasurably more than we could ask or imagine. As we reflect on Sarah's life, let us be inspired by her unwavering faith, her quiet strength, and her enduring legacy as a woman who walked with God. May her story ignite within us a renewed sense of hope, a deeper trust in God's promises, and a willingness to embrace the fullness of the journey He has set before us. Let Sarah's legacy be a reminder that God is still in the business of doing miracles. He is still capable of exceeding our wildest expectations. May her story empower us to live lives marked by faith, courage, and an unwavering belief in the God who is able to do immeasurably more than we could ask or imagine.